Welcome. Now let's look at how we can use the before each and after each. So let's go ahead and write the methods first. So I will say void init. You can give it any name, init or setup or anything, and we will say added before each. Let's give it a system.out.println. We'll say before each. So this method will get called before every test is called. Then we have after each, and this is exactly of opposite. This will get called after every test is called. So I will say destroy. You can give any name. So I will say after each. And what I would like to do is I would like to give some print statement inside our methods, which I've already given here and here. So now if I run this method or this class, whole class, we will see the behavior. So we have the before each first, and then the test got executed, then after each. Again before each, test got executed after each. Let's say if there were more tests, the same pattern would repeat. But what is the use of this before each, after each? We are not using it just for display purpose. So let's see one example where how we can use it. So now we have this variable which we are passing as values, right? So we can say double num1 is 3 point, or just we'll say double num1, copy this, and we'll say num2 num3 num3. Now I will copy them, and in the initialize method I'm going to initialize their values. So num1 equal to 3.5. I don't need this double because we have initialized at the top. Paste, paste. We don't need this double declaration again, as we have declared it here. So now this is in before each, and in the after each I would like to initialize them with null. And here I'm going to just say num1 num2 num3. Perfect. And I'm going to pass these three to, alright, here we are passing like this because yeah, we are testing the negative scenario, so we are doing this deliberately. So no problem, as even our value is 3.5, so I will say minus 0.5. Then the test should still work fine. So now if I run this, let me put a debugger here and a debugger here, debugger here, debugger here, and also a debugger in our controllers add method, because that's where it is going to stop. So this is how we will also learn debugging. So let me now run my test. Right click, debug test. So we will see what will happen. So first it comes to before each, and then it initializes the value of num1 to 3. So let's continue. So I will say step over, step over, step over, and I will resume to just see where it is stopping next. So resume. So it's stopping at our first test. So this is in line with our so before test and then the first test. Perfect. Then I will resume. Then it should go inside the controller because this line will get called now. This line. So resume. So it is now in the actual file, because in unit test always remember we are testing some piece of functionality. So the piece of functionality which we are testing is not in the test class, but it is in the different class which we have called from here. Remember? Yes. So now we are here. If I resume now, it comes to destroy. So you'd see it says after each. If I go ahead, it will do it as null and resume. Then again it goes to before each and it will initialize it again. Resume, it goes to the second test. Resume, it goes to the controller class. Resume, it goes to the destroy after each. If I resume, my test concludes and we both our tests pass and we have this conclusion. But if you see what happened, we had just two tests. Let's say if we had 20 tests, then this logic about initialization and desinitialization is going to happen 20 times. And that is not efficient programming. So there can be scenarios that you want to put something to initialize and deinitialize here in the before each after each. But for this particular scenario, it's not a good idea. So let's solve this or make it more efficient in our next video. Thank you. I will see you in the next one.